Welcome to the Pool Remodel Pros podcast. I'm your host, James Cawthorn. In this podcast, we discuss everything related to the pool remodeling. Today, we have two guests joining us, Scott Raze, CEO of Allen Smith Pools, and Jeff Smith, the company's president. Today, we'll be discussing some of the most common questions residents, landlords, and associations have when considering a pool remodel. Let's dive right in. Who actually typically does the actual work on my pool or my backyard? Follow up to that would be considered in-house. Is it your own employees? Is it subcontracted? Can you touch a little bit on the differences between these two and why some things would be in-house, some things wouldn't? Kind of explain the differences.
Yeah, for the most part, we're a very diversified company, and most of the trades are done in-house. There are a few specialty trades that we would use subcontractors for. Shooting gunite would be one of those. Depending on the workload or the technicality of it, we want to make sure we put the best crew on it that we can. A large percentage of our projects are done in-house, but occasionally we do use subcontractors to either supplement our workforce or because of their specific knowledge on a specific trade.
Yeah, since we are at our heart a pool plastering company, we do have our own pool plastering crews that allows us to control the quality. Not that we can't control the quality, the subcontract, but there are employees. We know who's trained them. Same with our hydroblaster. That's our demolition crews. Those are all in-house crews. That's a in-house machine that we own. 40,000 psi of water. It's something we trust our guys to handle. Masonry, we've got 7 or 8 in-house tile crews because that's a high detail quality trade. And then we have our own leak detection crews that are our employees, and we have our own crews that do light plumbing, electrical, pool equipment installations. And like Scott was saying, there's certain trades that just aren't practical to keep in-house. You don't always have enough work to keep a good crew full time. So for those specialty trades, like Scott was saying, like the shotcrete, maybe big plumbing jobs, we have some really good relationships with some long-standing subcontractors that we know that we've vetted and we know do really solid work and prioritize us, make sure we can get them in quickly and they do good work.
So we're going to play devil's advocate a little bit with you both when it comes to a subcontractor portion of the job. You brought up shotcrete, Scott. How do you make sure the quality of work is still done correctly by a subcontracted company?
Well, we have our project managers that are there during the critical phases of each job. And then we have a construction manager that reviews the projects with our own crews, any subcontract crews. So we have oversight, regardless of who is doing the work. We have professional employees at Allen Smith Pools that will oversee the job, regardless of who's actually doing the work.
Yeah, and then all of our projects, everything gets documented. There's multiple photos taken at every phase. Those photos are uploaded into our project management software. On something like shotcrete, you specifically brought that up. There's break tests that are done to ensure the PSI of the material. Deputy inspectors that come out. So there's many layers of oversight from our project managers checking on the crews to just having worked with these subcontractors for many years and them having their own foreman on the crew where we have a lot of layers of quality control.
So thanks again, Jeff and Scott. Thanks for listening for our listeners to the Pool Remodel Pros podcast. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to subscribe for more insights on pool remodeling. See you next time.